Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we are here with another game experiment. Today we are going to be trying to play MotoE before it's actually been released, so it's going to be very buggy, but that usually makes things pretty fun. I think if you've seen any of my game experiments before, when we break the game, that's when I have the most fun with it. I mean, it's always throws up some unexpected results. Now, last year I did something very similar. In fact, I played MotoE before it released. However, this time I've had to mod it slightly differently, so that could give us some different issues in itself, because I tried to do it the way I did last year, and there actually was prevention in the game to stop that from happening. So they obviously must have figured out how it worked last year. I mean, it doesn't matter, I've still managed to find a little workaround for it, so we can still play MotoE, which is really nice. And it is absolutely bonkers. I mean, I was looking through the menus earlier. Unfortunately, I'm not going to show the menus here because I don't want to pad the video out too much, but it was absolutely crazy. So let's get straight into this then. So I've got a load of Grand Prix weekend, and as you can see, we've got FB1, FB2, E-Pole, and the race. Now, I've never actually done an E-Pole ever, so I think I'm going to try it just to see what happens. I don't even know if E-Pole was in the other games. It probably was, but I've never done one because I've basically never played MotoE, really. I played it a couple times. I played it for that video last year. That would have been the only time I played it last year. And the year before, I think I played it for a Sete Gibernau gameplay video, and I think that was the only time I played MotoE. So, I've not done too much of it. So let's head into it then and see what happens when we go into this E-Pole session. So it actually just put me straight into a race, which I wasn't expecting. And as you can see by the rider names and the lack of correct helmets and things like that, you can tell obviously this isn't meant to be finished yet. Ferrari's got his name though, Matteo Ferrari, but all the rookies have not got their names. Majority of the riders have not got their helmets, however a couple have, including the rider we're playing as today, Maria Herrera. She has got her helmet for some reason. I think somebody else has as well. So some of it's finished, some of it's not. As you can see, the face looks a bit buggy here. So yeah, a little bit strange, but that's just because it's not released yet. And I love to try and access these things that are not in the game yet, just to see what happens. And I'm sure that's why you guys have to watch these videos as well. But I don't want to ramble and push this video on, so we'll get the race started. There is actually no sound from the bike whatsoever, so it's not even like, you know, people joke about MotoE having no sound. There genuinely is nothing. I'll shut up for a minute and you'll hear there's literally no sound from the bikes. See what I mean? Absolutely nothing. But we're away here for the MotoE Prix. See, some people are riding Repsol Honda. Some of us are on Energicas as we go down towards the first corner. Oh, okay, that was a collision sound. I've never really heard that much because usually the engine sound overpowers any sort of collision sound. But here we are being shuffled to the back. There's been a crash. And, there was a big screen freeze there. I thought the game was going to crash. Again, that collision sound, I've been pushed a bit. The rear tyre is getting super hot. In fact, I got to the power mode down a little bit to try and look after that. But there we go. We're up the inside of hashtag rider somebody, although he's just come flying around my outside. Corentin Perellari it is. I guess that is something. At least we can kind of understand who the rider is meant to be when we see the surname. But we are being left here. Absolutely left for dust. If we break into turn 5, we're still in 16th, so we're not quite at last. But look at the tyres on the right side. The tyres are completely done, and all the AI have got so much more power than me. I'm not really sure why that is, because they're absolutely flying past me. I know I'm in power mode 1 now, but even when I was in power mode 3, they were flying past me. But the tyres are so overheated. I think it's because the way I've done the mod is the game thinks this is a Moto3 bike, which is why I think it... Oh, we've had a massive crash. Big high side. Down we go. We took Jordi Torres with us as well. And it's giving me the option to get back on. You can see the MotoE sort of intro there, but we've got to go pick up the bike, which you can see right here. They are able to do a bit of a buggy camera angle, of course, but the riders are, I mean, Maria Herrera here being very strong, picking up a MotoE bike on her own with no assistance. It's been done a couple of times since the series started, but these bikes are extremely heavy, mainly down to the power units. But now we're at the back. I think I may as well restart the race because you're not going to see anything particularly interesting. Oh, and we're down again. Yep, because the rear tyre is so hot you just high side as soon as you get on the power. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem as broken as it was last year. The AI don't seem to be so confused. Like, I'm guessing the AI files will sort of already be in the game. It's just that obviously the deliveries and stuff aren't ready, so that's why it's locked off. But quite why they don't just sort of do the 2020 liveries. I mean, that's what's on some of the bikes you can see. But I don't know why they don't do the 2020 liveries and stuff and the black helmets like they do with Moto3 and Moto2 and that. with MotoE as well. Oh, I think we've caused a bit of a crash there. I think that might have been Granite. Oh, we knocked off the rear sliding quite a lot there. Kevin Zanoni around the outside. Corentin Perilari once again in front of us. So we've been behind Corentin a couple of times so far, but the rear tyre just gets so hot. It seems like the AI are not getting this problem with the tyre heating. I got a track limits warning there, which I guess is fair, but I can't even get on the power. Look how much this is sliding. Fermin Aldegarga's flying past us. Obviously, he had a fantastic race in Moto2 back in Mugello, filling in for Jari Montella. So he's definitely going to be someone to watch. Oh, and we've had a big crash there again. The bike just high-sides with no warning. I mean, especially where there's no sound as well. I can't even hear the torque curve. And my bike has landed all the way down there. Casadei just sort of fell off. I don't know if you saw that. I don't know why he was on the ground, but it looked like he just fell off for no reason. And once again, Maria is left running to her bike because it got pushed absolutely miles away. You can see moderate damage here. That's about the first time I've seen damage in this game at all. I don't know if that's the same for anybody else, actually. So let me know in the comments if you've actually seen much damage in this game, because they've toned it down a lot from MotoGP 20. You basically can't get damage unless you crash now, I don't think, which, yeah, it's probably better, because it was pretty annoying when you got a bit of damage from like minor contact, but they've probably gone too far the other way. We've got another track limits warning here. And you know what? I think I'm going to wait up for some of these AI just to kind of see what happens, because, yeah, we're just going to have to restart again otherwise. Interestingly enough here, there is a wheel slip sound, so if I be quiet again, you can hear a little squeak there. So I think that's actually really, really cool. It's sort of interesting. Stuff you don't notice about the game whatsoever. These little sounds like the collision sound and the spinning of the wheel. You don't hear that over the engine normally, but because there's literally no sound here, it's not even the fact that they're electric, it's just the fact that they haven't added any sound to MotoE yet. Yeah, it's weird. All these little sound effects that you never even notice. I'm definitely disappointed that AI aren't broken, though. I might try this at another track afterwards, maybe like Donington or something, just to see if they're broken there, because I doubt they're meant to ride around that track, so that could cause some chaos. I've been disqualified because I stopped. Oh no, I didn't know that happened either. But in this video, I'm discovering so much. All these new sound effects. And being disqualified for just sitting on the track. I didn't know these were things, and Xavi Cardelus has no helmet for some reason, and everybody else is Rossi, apparently. Yeah, that's when you know that it's not quite finished. And so you got Valentino Rossi, they usually use him as a placeholder for most things. But let's see if we can get to the lead here then. I'm going to try and cut the first corner and take the lead because, well, the AI seem to have more power than me, and also we're on 120% AI, so I probably need the sound to be able to compete with them, to be honest. I mean, you've seen how good they actually are in a lot of the categories in this game. The AI have been very, very good, actually. Aside from the weird crashing, and I've caused a horrendous accident in the first corner. We took out Domi Agata, we've taken out somebody on a green, but oh, I think it might be. I think that's Thule, but Thule isn't in MotoE this year. That's what I mean. That they haven't updated the rider lineup yet because it's obviously not released. But yeah, that says Thule, doesn't it, on him? You can see Torres as well. Is that the Angeles on the outside? Because I know the Angeles. I don't think the Angeles is in it this year. I've not actually seen any MotoE so far this year because it's not real. I've not really had a chance to watch it. We've caused a bit of an accident, but I'm going to try and cut this corner, see if we can get up into the lead group. And I've high-sided again. That's the thing. I mean, these bikes are super easy to high-side anyway because they're electric. But with this issue with the tyres just overheating for like no reason after like 2 corners, that makes it even harder. But we're sitting behind Granado this time then, so we're up to 8th position. We've got Aldegar in front of us, round the outside of Granado, a bit of contact with Granado. We've made Granado crash. We've managed to avoid Granado. Don't know how we've done that, but I've managed to keep it round his outside. And wow, there's a lot of AI missing because we took a good majority of them out. The rear is stepping out into turn 5 here. We are running so wide. Can we do this? Oh, not quite. We've got a couple of riders on the left-hand side, up the inside of Tulovic. Can we do it? Yes, we can. Haha, there we go. Oh, we're stuck on him, though. We're stuck on him. So he goes back in front of us once again. We're actually having some pretty good battles here once I'm getting my elbows out a little bit. And, oh, losing a bit of time on the curb. Here comes Casadei flying past. Well, it's Valentino Rossi, apparently. And here we go, the inside. Oh, completely out of shape. And, yeah, that was always going to happen, wasn't it, really? But I am going to give something else a little try. So I'm either going to rejoin you at a different track or at this one with a slight modification to see if I can fix this issue with the tyres. Because I think that's the main problem that's ruining this. Right, so I'm back now, and I've actually fixed the problem with the overheating tyres, so I can actually give it a go at trying to race against these guys a little bit more fairly anyway. Because basically how I was getting this to load was making the game think it was Moto 3, and then I was supposed to delete the file that thought that so that I could keep playing as MotoE, and I forgot to do that. So it thought I was just riding a really heavy Moto 3 bike. That was why the tyres were overheating. But I've removed that file now, and it seems to have fixed it. So starting, well, I think I started 12th. I've already been passed by 2 people. But if we break for the first corner, I've had a bit of contact with somebody, hashtag RI, because obviously a lot of the names are missing from the language file. Oh, a bit of contact there with, well, Valentino Rossi on a Repsol Honda. I mean, you'll never see that again. It was Hikari Kubo. Probably should have figured that out because he's been started in front of us in all the other attempts we've done. But you can actually slide the bike a lot more here. And I'm not high-siding when I'm getting on the power, so there you go. It wasn't me being bad, it was because I messed with the physics. And the game wasn't happy. They've all just parted like the Red Sea for me going into there. So we picked off quite a few positions. Around the outside we go. Oh, Valentino Rossi once again. And then it's that Domi Agata in front. It is. We're going to go up the inside of Agata. Oh, this is going to get close. Oh, no. That was never going to work, was it? Oh, and I can't even use my rewind because I fell off. Ugh. So trying this one again. Hopefully this time we won't crash dive bombing up the inside of Agata. But I want to try and get a win here, because if we can win in MotoE, I'll be the first person ever to get a MotoE win on MotoGP 21. So that's got to be the goal surely for the rest of this video now. Or if I fail, I'll probably just go to another track and see if they crash there, because they haven't crashed at this one, unfortunately. We have absolutely dived it in here, though. I mean, there's the dirtiest... Oh! Well, half the grid is down, but did you see that wheelie? What was that? Hang on, let's have a look at that. Absolutely styling it out here. I think that's got to be the thumbnail, definitely. I don't think I can use anything else for that. Oh, that was great. I'm having a lot of fun with this, as you can tell, which is great, because I thought it was going to be a bit of a flop when it was actually sort of all working properly and the AI weren't crashing. But yeah, I mean, it turns out if you're really aggressive with the AI and you ride weird bikes, you'll have good fun. So back with the live action now, and there is still people crashing behind. Tulovic is behind us, but he's a long way back. I can actually hear even more noise now. I think I can actually sort of hear the electric motor a tad. Not the actual whine coming from, but I feel like I can hear it rotating, like where you couldn't hear that before. Or I don't really know what that is. I mean, if you guys do know what that is, let me know. But yeah, you can actually hear a bit more of a noise now that it's set to MotoE. And I've binned it in the gravel, of course I have. Yeah, I'm not making myself look very good at this game, am I, in this one? It's hard. It's hard to ride these bikes because, well, they don't really work properly yet because they're not added. Right, this will be my last attempt at trying to get a win here on MotoE, because we need to get the first coveted win on MotoGP 21 MotoE. It's unfortunate that I can't play it in time trial using the way I've got it to work, so I can't get any world records, which is a shame. But we can still try and be the world's first person to win on MotoE. You know, outside a milestone, that is, because, oh, well, of course we've crashed. You know, forget that. That didn't happen. Right, so we're pushing Thule into the side of Torres. We've had him off. We've had Agata off, and, well... No, it just didn't work, did it? Oh, Ferrari's stuck! He's stuck! Go on, Matteo, push it, go on. He's pushing my hair, he goes, he's off. You know what, this has provided some quality entertainment. And you know what, I think I'm going to leave this video there. So, on that note, with Ferrari pushing my bike out of the way, that is MotoE. Probably a bit of a shorter video than I'm used to, but I think I am going to try and upload some slightly shorter videos, because I think my videos are getting a little bit too long. I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. If you do want to see some more of this, maybe a different track, I can't see it really being too great. Obviously, it wasn't fantastic at this track because of the issues, of course, with the fact, well, it wasn't issues, the AI are actually working well. I'm going to get disqualified if I don't get back on my bike, so I will. Oh, the bike's actually damaged, so Herrera's out with that one, so poor Maria. But as I was saying, if you want to see some more of this, I could do some more, but I think, to be honest, it's going to be the same at sort of every track. I mean, really, the entertainment value has come from me absolutely dive bombing the AI more than the fact that it's MotoE bikes, but whatever. Like I said, I hope you did enjoy that one. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Do stay subscribed if you want to see some more MotoGP 21 content, both sort of normal stuff like career mode and Grand Prix and challenges and stuff like that, and also the occasional random let's see what we can do to the game kind of video. I want to try and do some more sort of experiments this year with different things. I could probably try different things in the game, so let me know if there's anything you are interested about in the game, if you want to see what happens when we do this. let me know in the comments below. If it's possible, it could definitely be turned into a video, because I do enjoy these kind of videos, especially when the game is just not quite happy with the situation you've put it in, to say the least. But I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I shall see you in the next video.